Welcome back to Controversial Conversations. It's your co-host KJ.
You already know what's going on. Spinner going to battle Steph with the goggles. You feel me? You know what's going on.
Going crazy. That shit fire, shorty. I need me a pair.
Had to do it for the
Definitely
culture
need
one
to get me
time.
a pair.
I'm gonna post my pic for
One
my
time,
inspiration pics. You feel me? Shout them
I
out.
feel you. One time for the one time. Yay!
All right. What do
Alright, then
we?
we gonna get into our current events. We gonna start with a serious topic. So we gonna start with a current topic or current event. It's kind of serious. Ain't no kind of. It's very serious. Kyle Rittenhouse.
Oh, for sure.
He was released from jail
The dude that was
on
accused of
bail
killing two people.
with a $2 million bond. So he ended up paying 200,000. And actor Ricky Schroeder, what's his name? Schroeder
Yeah, I guess.
helped him get out. Helped him raise the money to get out. So um, my thing, I'm definitely not supporting anything that he does if he's behind the scenes or in front of the camera. He does not have my support. This kid gunned down two individuals at a protest. So rest in peace to Anthony Huber and Joseph Rosenbaum. Um, it just, I don't understand how stuff like this. Well, I'm not gonna say I don't understand because I do. I understand we live in America, and America is not spelled with CA. It's spelled with KKKA. And once people start to understand that, then once the world starts to understand that, because America understands it for the most part, but once the world starts to understand that and see America for what it really is, and maybe we could have people come in and help us get some civil rights,
Yeah.
But nonetheless, this kid killed two individuals at a protest. Um, but we got people like Khalif Browder, who passed away who killed himself, who committed suicide a few years ago because he spent 3 years in Rikers Island for allegedly stealing a book bag, which he was later found not guilty because he did not do it. Uh, so I don't understand. He couldn't make bond, so he had to sit in jail for 3 years for something he didn't do, and it ultimately ended up with him killing himself because of the things that he experienced in prison. But you got people like Cal, who has white privilege and was able to get bond, and you have actors that's actually helping them raise money to get out of jail. Like,
For sure. That I
that
mean,
should not be
it's even
okay.
like it's so crazy, and that's why I was quiet for so long because it's like it's so much to unpack with that situation in general. Like with just the fact of like how the events transpired. Like I'm not gonna go into details. I'm not a news reporter, but this is a current event that happened. So the short version is, from my understanding, basically the protest was going on. He basically there's discrepancies on whether or not who attacked who first or whatever, but there's a point when dude basically just pulls out the gun on these people. They have it on camera. I'm not sure if we're gonna sync it up or not. We're gonna talk about that in the editing because we still kind of we got a feeling about posting videos of death, but then it's like it's a deep thing because that's what they do to us. But whatever. Anyway,
Yeah,
anyway, you know what I'm saying? So he pulls out the gun on the people, and everybody's like, running around, and clearly nobody is like, at least how it looks on video, it looks as though, you know what I'm saying, nobody's attacking him at that point. But then, you know what I'm saying, he's just, letting the gun go off. So I was like,
yeah,
I don't know. I don't know the details. Like I said, I'm not a news reporter. I don't work in the court system. Or I'm not a political guy. But I'm just saying, for a situation like that to go down, however it went down, and then for him to leave, though, like it was cool for him to. That was the thing to the story that everybody agreed on was that he just got up out of there, and nobody stopped him. Like it was just cool. Like, he got up out of there. You feel me? The whole idea of like how he reported in or turned himself in was pretty chill, from my understanding. Like it wasn't like the situations that we more familiar with. If you was to do something like that, first of all, they beating you up when you get arrested off top.
oh,
As
for
soon as they
sure,
disarm you, you getting hurt. But
for
like,
sure, for sure.
and this isn't a laughing matter. It's just like it's almost baffling to me like how it went down, just from the event that he did to like his apprehension to him being released on bail. like all of these events, it's just like I said, there's so many layers to unpack before even talking about the judicial and the political side of all of that, because I don't even get into that. But all of that being said, it's just like, it's definitely a tragedy, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, rest in peace to those people, but like, I just feel like more than anything, it should be a conversation starter and an eye opener to people to see like what's really going on right in front of them. You know what I'm saying? This is in the midst of all of the other things that were happening during that time. Like again, I'm not trying to be a news reporter, but there were a lot of other things going on. If you look around the time frame that this is happening, all over the country, and how the police were treating, you know what I'm saying, different protests of specific things, and you know, etc. So,
for specific things, you know what I'm saying?
yeah. So that's basically,
That's the
you know.
crazy part. But on a lighter note,
Yeah, let's move on to the next.
next current event we wanted to talk about was the Jeezy versus Gucci.
What? I'm making it clear
Hey,
what side
bro,
I'm
who
on.
you
They'll
think
never
won?
question. They'll never question which side I'm on. Woptober, WAP 17. Look, but I get it though. So like, I'm gonna just take over just for the beginning. You feel me? Because like, this is like a super debated topic. I was mid WAP. You know what I'm saying? Basically, just explaining that, you feel me. Gucci Man won the battle, right? I got thrown off with my whole speech I had prepared. I didn't really prepare. It was just a thing where I was gonna tell y'all that he won. I mean, like Jeezy has some jams, but it's like, if you weren't there, you don't really know. Like, and it's like I feel like Gucci's music is more transcendent, like over time, and he came for this man personally. And y'all can hit me with the, oh well, it was about how Jeezy was the bigger man. Was he the bigger man though? Didn't he try to get dude killed? And then,
Alright, so
but I don't know though.
I'm gonna say this. This is how I look at it personally. I feel like Gucci lost the versus battle, but he won the war between the two.
But that's how I feel like for the culture, that's what that was. Like that versus battle was the end. Like it was the climactic battle
The
of.
war was already lost when for Jeezy when Gucci made the diss track. And not even before he made the diss track, when he put his mans in the dirt, like
Awesome.
it don't, you feel me, like you get
And then he
killed on the
proceeded
hit.
to scream
How that
it.
work?
That's all. Like, how does he lose a versus battle when he's screaming into his face? Like, he like, we smoking on your homie tonight. And looking at him, just like,
I ain't gonna lie to you, like, that was tough. That was extremely tough, bro. Like,
Damn.
that's crazy. Like, I couldn't imagine
Put that nigga ass
somebody
in the dirt.
in my face telling me that they smoking on my homie tonight.
Smoking on
screaming
Pookie
into
tonight.
him across the stage, like.
And then tell me if you send some more, they gonna come back to you
Send some
the
more,
same
I'ma send them the
way,
same way. In a box
That's
back to you.
tough, dog.
Like, and how you go? You can't tell me Jeezy won anything. He talking about some. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Every time he said it, it was like when high school when somebody would get roasted and they like just getting fried, and you like, oh.
See, now this is the thing though. I'm gonna say what did look good for the culture on some real shit, like outside of like the grand
petty
scheme of things, I guess, you know what I'm saying, where Jeezy at the end of the day, he did put a hit out on Gucci and he was unsuccessful with it, you know what I'm saying? So that is what it is. But now at this point they both have grown individually. Gucci has changed his entire lifestyle from the way that he eats and the way that he looked, the way he dressed, all that, you know what I'm saying? So they both
So much to the point where they think he was a clone for a minute. Let's throw that out there for a second. I don't forget about you people that tried to tell us that Gucci was a clone. I did not forget. Yeah. All right.
Hey, they seen his actions the other night. And
right.
They know that boy still the same.
But my bad. They
know that boy ain't no clone now. But no, like what they did, I do take my hat off to Jeezy because he was able to control himself emotionally. And that was grown man behavior. Because like I said, if it's me and somebody's screaming at me saying, oh, we smoking on your homie tonight, and if you send some more, I'm gonna send them in the same. I'm gonna send them back to you in the same way. In the box, ain't no way I'm gonna be able to like keep my cool.
I can't even keep my cool repeating it to you right now. I can't even say it with like a normal tone of voice. I can't even believe that I watched him say that. Like,
yeah, like that's tough. But if we just speak on the music and the songs of choice that were played, purely music, no antics, no gimmicks, just the music. Jeezy won the battle musically that night.
And this is where it gets interesting, because the key terms that you said about the music like battle is that the song selection.
Right.
And like what else did you say? And it was like, and the song choice, right? So it's like it wasn't even just the songs that whoever picked his songs, because I don't even think he picked them all, except for the certain ones. But
yeah, of course.
I just feel like even the order of them hoes, like it was like a point where it was like, all right, Gucci killing them, then it's like, nah, Jeezy killing them. Like it was kind of, you know what I'm saying? It felt too curated. You know what I'm saying? Like to the point where it was like, all right, I saw Gucci going to throw in the filler tracks to slow down because he was killing them at the beginning. So it's like, I don't know. I'm looking at it like that. Like they tried to beef it up, but like if you really think about Gucci catalog, we know what they could have did.
Yeah, for sure. But Gucci didn't go there with the purpose of winning the music battle, in my opinion. He went there on some Jeezy, you a bitch, you a hoe, and I stand on that, and you ain't gonna do shit about it.
Hey. I mean,
and that's essentially that's what happened. That's what was proven that night.
Basically. But I don't want to make it seem like I'm a Jeezy hater either. I want to make it clear. Like, he has some jams. Like some came on where I was like, I remember when this was out. I remember when Escalades were cool and 22-inch rims on this and that. I felt those moments. Like I'm like, man, white Air Force Ones. Like anytime it's cool for white Air Force Ones, by the way. But I'm just saying it was a different time. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. But it was a different time for white Air Force Ones. You feel me? Type of thing. And just culture in general. Like I remember that. I was there. I'm not discrediting that, but I'm just like, all of the Gucci songs I know that weren't played, especially being from Chicago, and like how many Gucci like mixtapes that was coming out, and it was time periods where people was playing just those like
only Gucci. Yeah.
You feel me? Like it was. I knew a dude who I went to school. He only listened to Gucci. Anybody who went to school with me after it was at Baylor. If you know him, you know who I'm talking about. It was a dude, he only listened to Gucci. At 10-17, he would smoke every day. We would be in class, he like, y'all around? No. And if we know as we watch trying to smoke, bro, it's 10-17 before class. Like
that's funny as hell.
I don't know, but yeah.
That's
hilarious. Shout out to my boy, that dude was funny. But anyway, yeah.
Hey, I got a question. I know we ain't discussed this prior. Did you hear that Quando Rondo diss track?
I mean, I heard it, but like, you heard. I feel like at this point, you hear one street diss track, you hear them all. Like they say the same thing. Like, what do you have to say about it? Though?
Say this. They pretty much kind of are the same. He said a few things to me that was legit. Not saying that I agree with it, because to me it just, he looked like a clown, he looked like a goofy, and he really shows how bitch made he is, in my opinion. He said if the shoe was on the other foot and Von did it to me, y'all would be praising him. I agree with that. I do think that people will be like, oh, Von is who he say he is type shit.
That's tough.
Yeah.
What a comeback, fella.
He said, I heard you got $1 million on my head, make it 8.
Right, I did hear that. Everybody was tweeting that.
And then he said,
except for me.
Go pick your mans up. Right? Now, he also said, y'all saw the footage, he shouldn't have put his hands on me. You lost. The minute you said that you lost, the diss track is null and void, fam. Because yes, we did see the footage and we did see him beat your ass.
And that's the thing. Can we pause for a minute? Like, not even a moment of silence for him, but like just to commend the fact that he took it back and really hands this man up. Like, it wasn't like, oh, I'm gonna go pick this up and hit you with it, and then we gonna all flood you and get down on you. He ran up on dude like, what's up, and beat him up.
He bored him like he said he was gonna do. And that's the thing. So that's why I don't understand a diss track. Like, you can't make a diss track when, one, you got beat up and your mans had to come and save you.
On camera.
That's number one. Number two, stop talking like you the one who pulled the trigger. When you were screaming, Von shot, that don't sound like a person who happy that he shot. And your little weak ass, he couldn't even, Von holding him for protection so that he don't get shot anymore, and you couldn't even get him up off you. Like, you mean to tell me somebody who shot, you can't punch him and make him let you go so you can get out that jam? Like, you just look weak, dog. You look real weak. So your song is just like, you ain't did no shows.
I mean, it's just him trying to capitalize off the situation, like with the Tory Lanez thing, right? It's like, I'm not saying I know what happened or did or didn't. I'm just saying, coincidentally, the day he's supposed to post, he gonna say something about it. He dropped the album, and then he don't say nothing about it still, except for talking about some everything on the album. So it's like he had to drop something, because like you said, he ain't getting no show money, and that's how them type of rappers eat for real, if we really want to be honest. Most rappers eat off show money, but I'm saying that specific genre for sure eat off show money. So like, that being said, like, you can be mad at him, because like, you can. Because I think there's a lot of reasons you could be mad at him, but as far as him dropping a song, like, in 2020, that's expected. Like, you know Mud's gonna drop the song.
But at the same time, it's not, in my eyes, I don't respect it, because you didn't do shit but get beat up.
Facts. I don't respect it. All you did
was get your ass whooped and get your homie booked. And let's see, like, I mean,
what was he? We talked about that before. Was he 22? Smoke. He's done now.
But the thing is, he might not be, because Von manager did that interview with DJ Academics.
Oh yeah, I ain't gonna talk about. I don't even want to discuss that. I don't even want to discuss that. I don't want to discuss that on our platform. I know exactly what you're talking about. I don't want to discuss that.
We ain't gonna go into that. But it's an open case, so
and don't go watch dude video. Don't support dude. I'm not even gonna say his name.
No, not at all. But Shorty might have a chance at beating the case now.
Yeah, I know.
And that's the sad part about it. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into the topics that we have at hand. We can start off with the black fathers, and how supportive black fathers are downplayed in the media by pretty much by everybody, even some black people downplaying them. We could start with LeVar Ball and how he supported his sons all the way to the fullest. You see, he had the hat. Said, what he say? What the hat say?
I told y'all so. I gotta drop the picture of that. I posted that on draft night. So all right, now it's my time to shine. So I literally have been telling people about this family since LaMelo was like 15 in high school. And I never forget, I said I was going to tell this story. I told you about it off camera. I have to tell the story on camera, how I found out about LaMelo Ball. I'm in practice with my kids, like, you know what I'm saying? I was coaching a 6th grade team at the time. And I never forget, the kid comes down. I was completely just surprised, right? I don't even know how to describe how this moment happened. He comes down, it's like, he's just dribbling the ball. It goes like through the legs. And then he points at the floor. And I'm like, what is he doing? And then the kid didn't step up, so he just pulled it from like, literally like, I checked the ball at like half court. He just took a dribble and just pulled it in the kid's face. And everybody, and screamed LaMelo Ball. Like how when people used to scream like they'll shoot and they'll be like, Kobe. He was like, Muzz was like LaMelo Ball. And that was the first time I heard a kid like scream another player's name like that. And I was like, whoa. I was like, yo, what is going on? I had to know. I was like, I felt the energy from that. Like, the kids were literally going crazy when he did it. Like, I was like, yo.
And he made the shot?
And he made the shot, for sure, yes. all net. I wish I had it on camera because I usually y'all know if you know me I usually would record it, but yeah, like the kid went crazy. So like that was my introduction to LaMelo Ball because I go over to the kids. I'm like, hey, what's the LaMelo Ball thing about? And they're like, you don't know LaMelo Ball? He scored 92 points. I was like, 92 points.
Yeah,
it was like, yeah, look. And so they're showing me like they pull up the video of him killing these kids. I'm like, he had 96 points, and I'm watching like how they play.
That his way.
And it was just crazy. And like I said it then, I'm like, yo, that kid's a pro. I seen a lot of these like prodigy players where it's like, oh, we got videos of him shooting and doing all this crazy stuff. I seen like I don't even know. There's so many of them. The name Julian Newman was one of them for a while. Super young, super small kid. He never grew, so it was like he's not really good now. Like you know what I'm saying? Chase Adams will cook him. Akil Carr was another one. I think Chase Adams will cook him. If I could set that up, I would set that up 1-on-1. Chase Adams from Chicago that played for University of Portland versus I'm gonna make a little graphic of that versus Julian Newman. He would destroy Julian Newman for sure.
Oh yeah.
I think so.
Oh yeah. I'm riding with Chicago any day.
You feel me? Like I'm down there. Hey, we gotta post. That's gotta be something we talk about. But
for sure.
But yeah, so back to back to the LaMelo Ball thing and the fathers. I got too off topic. To make two sons, you know what I'm saying, go to the first round. The other one still getting the G League opportunity. You know what I'm saying? The way the NBA getting, signing players over the last 2 years, he shoot a little bit better from the three. He might get another look. And if he get all three of his kids in the NBA,
it's a wrap.
All three of the Ball family brothers in the NBA.
It's a wrap. I just want to give LeVar a shout out for real, because he showed us how to do it. Like, if we really follow that blueprint, minus being as loud with it, you know what I'm saying? Like, because when you do it that loud, the way he did, yeah, it draws attention, but I feel like you draw a little bit more haters than you do people that's going to actually support you genuinely and want to see you succeed. But coming in the game and saying, no, I'm going to create my own brand. Like, that's how we need to be doing. Like, we lean on Nike, we lean on Adidas, Reebok, Puma, New Balance, etc., etc. We don't have to. We can come in the game with our own brand.
For sure.
And I don't think there's anything better than that. Now, if the Ball brothers go crazy this year, together they both got some stats, some solid stats, LaMelo and Lonzo, Big Baller brand going for sure skyrocket. Like, and it's not like they make bad stuff. They actually have some quality stuff.
Especially on a comparison to like some of these other brands. Why not?
Feel me? Why wouldn't I support them? Now, granted, I haven't bought a pair of their shoes, so I don't know how their shoes feel and stuff like that. But I'm not opposed to it.
I got some of the old school, the first LaMelo Ball shoe that ever was created, the Melo Ball 1. The original shoe that it was made off of was like this brand black shoe. It was like an old Jamal Crawford low-top shoe for anybody that cares to know that I'm like a shoe nerd like that. But basically, the whole soul of the shoe...
Sneaker King. Hold on. Gotta let them know.
Nah, but bigger than that, this like... The brand is like called Brand Black, and their basketball stuff is fire. Like, I don't even know if they still make stuff anymore, but their shoes were actually fire back in the day. The Jamal Crawford series, they had like the first joint is very similar to the LaMelo Ball shoe. It's literally like the same cut. Like, it's like a slight difference in the time. Point is, I had them shoes. They're the same thing, and they're decent. They were decent. If people had those, I'm sure they were decent. But as far as like,
what was the grip like?
Solid. Like, it wasn't the greatest of all time. Like, you know what I'm saying? But
was it better than the Jordan 6's grip?
For sure.
Okay.
For sure.
You know how I feel about the 6's grip. Like,
you gonna make some people mad about that. Oh, we gotta
out there ice skate. I couldn't even hoop in them joints. Like, I'll practice in them or like work out or something, but I couldn't hoop in them because I ain't taking that chance. I reach a lot, and I reach on purpose. So I'm not afraid of somebody. If I reach somebody, rap like, okay, cool. Well, you spin, do whatever you're gonna do. It's okay. I took that chance, and I know I took that chance. But I'll be damned if I slip because of a shoe that I choose.
That's real. I mean, you the one that kind of made me second guess it because I'm just like, off the strength for me, they were too heavy. But I seen dudes hooping them, and even when I look at all the pictures of Mike hooping them, he got them tied so tight at the top, and then the bottom, it just looked like he just standing on the, you feel me, on the air sole, like, you feel me, like no matter what movement he doing, like if he a defensive stand, it look like his feet always are like directly on top. It's never a point where it's like, it look like the shoe give, and you know what I'm saying? You know, I like
no, because it don't give.
You
It
feel
don't
me?
give. Not at all. But you remember that picture I posted where I'm damn near like all my weight is down on my pinky toe?
Yeah.
Imagine if I had the sixes on. I'd have bust my shit. Like, ain't no way. And this ain't no, like, I love mics. You feel me? Like,
of course.
I like the hooping mics. So I'm not saying that mics is a bad shoe, but the sixes is just not something that I would ever suggest anybody to hoop in. So,
Definitely not.
but yeah, that's interesting. Like another father that don't get enough credit, in my opinion, is the Williams sisters. They father. Like
Serena and Venus?
Yeah.
That's like some old school stuff. People don't even know about that. They got to do their research. That was like the original, like, I'm walking my daughters to the playground every morning, getting that work in, like, multiple times a day, like, really there for his daughter, like, old school, feel me? Like,
yeah, and even in interviews, because they used to do interviews when they was young. Like, I watched this one clip where he butted into the interview, because the lady that was interviewing, I don't remember which sister it was per se, but she kept like asking a question, the same question, and with different wording. And so he like, man, he like literally interrupted and she already answered that. Like, what you trying to do, make her go back and feel less confident? No, she answered it. Go on to the next question. Like, he legit supported them emotionally, as well as physically, I guess, or in the sense of their sport, you know what I'm saying? So
for sure.
I thought that was pretty cool.
No,
Is
he
it
was
another father you want to
definitely,
shout out?
he was definitely a well-known father for sure. Another
known father, let me say that might be on the platform. LeBron James is a good example of that. He don't really get a lot of backlash though, because he's him.
Yeah, I'm trying to. Well, I mean, anything he do is gonna have backlash because everything he do, you can see dang near, like as far as what's posted. So it's like, and then now with his son starting to get that new level of fame, it's like if he posts something wrong, it's like
Dwayne Wade.
I want nothing to do with that. I don't want nothing to do with that.
No, I'm just saying, I'm giving him his props for being a supportive father.
Oh, I was like, I didn't know where he was going with that.
I mean, I'm not saying that I agree with what he did, you know what I'm saying, but I do agree with the support that he has for his son, daughter, because that's something that's hard, especially in a black community, for people to accept and to agree with. I will say, if you don't want backlash, or if you don't want people to state their opinion, don't bring it out to the media, because nobody asked him about, I don't know her name, her new name. I just know him as Zaire. I don't know. What's the girl version?
Zariah? Isn't that it?
Think it's that, bro.
Did I make that up?
I think it's Zaire. Either way it goes. If he didn't want people making comments about it, or the family didn't want people making comments about it, I think they should have just stayed within themselves.
Oh yeah, you're right. It is. It's Zaya.
Okay, so it's Zaye.
Yeah, my bad. I ain't know.
But like, my whole thing is, and this is not just to him. This is to everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't want somebody to have a comment on your lifestyle or a decision that you made, don't bring it to social media. Because I personally, I'll tell you right now, I don't care about Dwayne Wade's child. Like,
and that's where I'm at with it. Like, I'm just saying, you feel me? D Wade, a legendary hooper, he a good dude. You feel me? As far as the decisions he make for his kid, I'm not really into that. That's all I was saying. Like,
which is cool, but I'm saying, like, wasn't nobody checking for him.
Like his kid or what?
Damn, that's hard for me to. Yeah, his kid.
You're
like,
supposed to.
I didn't even know.
I think that that was the whole point that people were getting mad about, is because the Dwayne Wade's kid wants to be referred to as her now. or she.
Right.
But then it's like, but then wasn't there an issue about the pronoun use also?
Man, look, that's why it gets confusing.
Right, and that's why I said I don't want nothing to do with that. That's the only reason why, because I don't know the rules, and that's the only, you feel me? Like, it's no disrespect to anybody. I just don't know.
Yeah, let me say this, disclaimer, like, I'm not referring to her or him or whatever, like, in a disrespectful way. Exactly. I truly don't know. Like, when people get a transgender, like, if a guy has a sex change, I don't know what to call that person. Like, especially if they got titties but still got a penis. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'd be a little confused on what to call you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to call, I'd rather call you it. And I know that may sound bad, but it's just easier for me not to go, oh yeah, him.
Yeah. In 2020, you
I'm
can't do
her,
that.
and I just be like, okay, my bad. Like, if I call you it, then shit, that's just what it is.
And on to the next topic. No, I was just I told you I don't got nothing to say about
shout
that.
out to D-Wade for supporting his daughter.
Right. Because that's all I got to say. I'm like, man, at least mother's there for their kids. I don't really, you feel me? Yeah. What else I'm going to say?
Nothing. There ain't nothing for us to say.
His NBA career was crazy. I know that for sure. NBA career went crazy. That's all I know.
Man, that facts. The facts.
Hey, shout out to Noah Ball.
And shout out to him too for I feel like he put, what's his name? Jimmy Buckets. I feel like he put Jimmy Buckets on. You know, he just signed a deal with the Lee Ning. What is it called? Dwayne Wade shoes.
Oh dang, Jimmy Buckets with Lee Ning. Dang, they snapped. They over snapped for that.
Yeah, that's tough.
For sure. And Jimmy Butler here,
so
you know who can
more
anything.
than just a father, he's a mentor too. So, you know what I'm saying? He's supportive all throughout his career and his person. So that's good. That's good to see.
For sure. Nothing but good things to say about D-Wade, for real.
Oh, for sure. For the next topic though, we talked about like how going through a personal tragedy makes you more empathetic and more understanding, and teaches you kind of how to deal with situations at hand. Like when your friends or something going through something, like it should help you be more empathetic. And somebody that I chose was D Rose, because he's somebody who went through it. You know what I'm saying? Like he had his career injuries and he was in a shell. You know what I'm saying? Like he isolated himself. He didn't have a social media. Like he just went through everything by himself on his own, quiet. And that's cool. You know what I'm saying? Like he was in the public eye, so it was kind of hard for us to even know what was really going on. Like we didn't know how he felt about being traded from the Bulls until we watched the documentary and watched him break down on film, getting the news as he's recording.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
And this is way after that, though.
You said what?
I said, but this is way after all of that had happened, though. That we were finding out about it.
Oh, right. Facts. We found out shit.
As fans. I'm saying as fans, generally speaking.
Yeah, for sure. But it was just, that whole thing was crazy because I know he felt like his city, not just the Bulls organization, but his city turned our back on him. Even though that wasn't the case, but in a moment like that, like.
Yeah, I mean, I ain't gonna cap. There's two people I said I'd never turn my back on ever, being from Chicago. I posted this on Facebook. People went crazy. I was like, I would never turn my back on Kanye West or Derrick Rose. And the reason is, people don't even know, where's that word? So I designed the jerseys for the elementary school that Derrick Rose went to for a couple years. And I remade his original 23 as the number he was when he went there. And I'll never forget, I went to a Cavaliers game, super random. Like, not sure if it was going to work. Went to the Cavaliers game. This is when Derrick Rose is on the Cavs. So if you're familiar with D Rose, like, his career at all, he wasn't the best time for him, all right? He wasn't the happiest dude, you know what I'm saying? But, at least, I'm saying generally speaking, from the outside looking in, his career was not the best. He might have been mentally...
Even then, though, he had that situation where he had missed a couple games or something like
You
that? Or was
feel
that
me?
in New York?
Nah, that was in Cleveland where he wasn't showing up sometimes. Like I didn't even know if he might not have been there. It was literally the game before that was when he didn't show up to the game. And I'm going to Cleveland to go to the game. So like so long story short, so I go out there, you know what I'm saying, I see LeBron and all of them and I see D Rose. And I was like, yo, I was like, and I showed him the Beasley jersey. He gave me he was like from the court, and I was like, oh damn, I think he noticed that I had this, and I'm like, yeah, because I'm like, it is a Beasley jersey, like I'm in Cleveland, like, so I'm like, all right, cool, but like I'm like, nah, I gotta get it to him, so I like came down, you know, like how every fan does, like come down to the side, and it's like, yo, I was like talking to him, I was like, yo, can you sign it? And he's like not looking, and like at the last moment when he was finna go past, I was just like, I'm from Chicago, bro, and he was like. He looked back, and then he just like reached. He like glanced over his shoulder. As soon as I saw him like kind of glance, and I saw like the corner of his eye, just put it right out, like just handed it to him. And then sure enough, I just gotta tell this whole story on camera because he signed that whole, gave it the stamp of approval. You feel me?
That's tough, bro.
So I said all that to say, I rock with D Rose forever for that, because he didn't have to do that. He could have kept walking.
Can I have that jersey? Nah.
I'll get you another one. You can get a replica.
With you, bro.
I gotta holler at him. I'm gonna holler at D. Hey, tell D Rose to hit me up. We're gonna get the Beasley jerseys going. Then you can get one.
Something I wanted to speak on was how, like, I watched, just watching his evolution. You know what I'm saying? Like, he spoke on how his friends had to go through police brutality and harassment and stuff, but he never had to experience that himself. But he still had empathy for what his friends had to go through. And so I feel like us as a people, when we go through things, like as regular, normal people, our stuff ain't in the spotlight. You know what I'm saying? And you would think, like, me personally, when I go through something, I'm not the type of person where misery likes company. I'm going to go in my shell, I'm going to isolate, and I'm going to heal myself. I'm going to nurture myself. I'm going to love on myself a little bit more because that's what I need. I don't need to be bombarded with questions about how I'm doing, what you're thinking about, like all that, because it's only going to it's going to depress me more so than help me because of how I operate, how I think. I always internalize things, and if I'm going through something, it's just hard for me to be vocal about it, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like the people who know me best, or my friends, the people I call friends, they understand that about me. And my silence is actually louder than my words.
Facts. For sure. And I feel like most people are like that though if you really pay attention. As far as just the silence meaning more than the words. Like, and your ability to just like, well, let me just get back to the topic, my bad. Because I was just like, that's a whole different thing. But just like the whole having that level of empathy, like to know like somebody could be going through something too. So you just want to give them that leeway, like, or just like they might not even be going through something. Just having that kind of just understanding, like that there's only 100% that you have to give anyway in the first place. So like, if a person has been through their day, they going through what they going through, and then as far as just the emotions of life, and like they getting worn down, you feel me? So when you hit them up, whether it's to ask for something, whether it's, you know what I'm saying, to make a business inquiry, whether it's, you know, just to reach out and be funny, like just keep in mind that, you know what I'm saying, just like you have a percentage that you get worn down based on just how your day was going and the events that transpired, etc. They have the same, not to mention the stuff that's hanging over people's heads, you know what I'm saying, with some situations.
People don't think about that though, bro. Like, on some real stuff, it's hard for other people to empathize.
Exactly.
Honestly, because they gon', like, say if you having a bad day, but I'm having a great day, and I come to you with some great news, and you don't respond in a way that I think that you should or feel that you should, I'm gonna internalize that and be like, damn, bro, you ain't fucking me, like you don't really support me, you don't really love me.
Even if it's subconsciously. Yeah.
But I'm not thinking about, damn, how are you doing? How are you feeling? Like, something I ask all my friends, how are you doing mentally, emotionally, and spiritually? because I really care. And don't tell me, oh, I'm fine or I'm okay, because then I'm going to get on your ass. Like, no, I need more detail. Like, what's really going on. And then if you say, I don't want to talk about it, I respect that. You know what I'm saying? And I'll just let you know I'm always here for you if you need me, or whenever you need me. Just let me know what's going on. You feel me?
For sure. Call me, beat me when you want to reach me. Nah, but that's real though. Like I don't want that to get lost in the message. Like, it could go a long way just being a good friend to somebody. So like, I hope that nobody missed that with my fun, like fake lame joke. Like, for real. Nah, because that'll really help somebody like get through. You know what I'm saying? Or should break through to the next level. It might be just getting stuck in a pattern, and that might be the thing that turned them up to the next thing. You never know. Just you being nice to them.
Shit be crazy. Like, I don't really talk about shit like this, but like I didn't have conversations with people that been on the brink of suicide, and I helped them. I helped them through it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit weigh heavy on you. Because you just don't know. Like, it was one time, there's this one guy I was talking to, and he, you know, confessing so much stuff to me, and he really tried to kill himself. Mind you, I didn't have any of his people numbers, so I couldn't call nobody like, yo, woo. Like, he telling me what's going on, and I'm talking to him about the band. I'm trying to put a bug in his ear so he don't do it, so he don't go through with it. And long story short, I ended up reaching out to his sister on Facebook, and she basically was able to save him, but he had to go under the 72-hour watch, you know what I'm saying, because of what he did, or his attempt, his mindset. And so, like, that ain't shit that I really tell people, but that helps me understand life. It gave me a whole nother perspective. Like, I can't go through life really making things all about me, emotionally, you know what I'm saying, like, because I know and I understand this shit way bigger than me, this shit way deeper than me. So I just try to be there for people in a way that they need me to be there for them. I don't care if it's not saying anything and I'm just venting. I don't care if it's us just sitting in the same room together, not talking. Like, however they need me to be there, I'm down for that. Like, and there's people that I don't even talk to for real. I haven't talked to in years that, you know what I'm saying, I had conversations with, and they weren't doing the best. And I was able to help them through that time. Like, you don't got to be my friend in order for me to help you. You know what I'm saying? I have a love for people. Like, when people ask me who I am, I don't say I'm Kiana Johnson or I'm a basketball player or I'm this, because those are external things that don't really describe who I am. I am love. I am purity. I am genuine. Like, that's who I am. So when you see me, you're not going to see anything but that. You're not going to get anything but that. Like, I'm not going to fake the funk to kick it. Like, I ain't one of them kind of people. So if I see somebody going through something, I'm for sure going to try to be there for them.
Period.
Pooh.
Nah, I won't be doing all that, but the period.
Funny as hell. But
nah, but that's real. I mean, just in case, like, again, because I just want to make sure, like, whenever you do give an idea, like, because I learned through that, like, just listening to people's experiences, and that's why I love the way that this is set up. Like, we're going to talk about our topics or whatever. We're going to have personal experiences that we share or whatever. And it'll be easier for people to kind of connect, because that's how I learned personally. I'm pretty sure that's how you do too. That's what we relate on. It's like you can hear somebody tell a story, and that might be the thing that teaches you the lesson of what we're talking about. Because, like, what you were just explaining is just, like, what empathy feels like, how you learn to have it, and, like, what you went through to get it. So it's, like, it's damn near, like, I can be like, all right, I know I don't feel that from the outside looking in, hearing you talk, but, like, okay, well, what is it in my life that could help me to kind of understand or be more understanding? And just the spinning wheel of that is what knocks over the domino to the next domino. They trying to get you just more progressed, like, and just in life in general, whether it's, you know what I'm saying, your craft, your mentality, your spirituality, or whatever. So, yeah.
Thanks. Well, those are the topics that we got for today.
Gang. So that means it's time for our Black Business well, it's not even of the week, but it's like other episode for real. Other show. Black Business, other show.
Alright. Since I went first last time, I want you to go first this time.
Smoothly. All right, so this time,
Smoothly.
smoothly. I already have exactly the black business this time. Um, last time I did Josh, right? So yeah, so this time I'm gonna do Fresco brand. That's ran by Johnny Fresh. So he's at Johnny Fresh. I'm gonna sync it up on the. I don't remember which side it's gonna be on, but one of these sides, JohnnyFresh.com. The brand is called Fresco. Life waits for no man is the mantra, and basically it's like a strategist. Like I don't want to call it like a. I want to be very careful with the wording because like the way that he strategically placed his brand, as far as we kind of me and you talk about like what is streetwear, what is
Design.
what is fast fashion, what is this, what is high fashion. It's like to see the way that he's maneuvering with his brand is very interesting. So I don't want to pigeonhole it by calling it streetwear, but I definitely think I know he calls it streetwear, but it's something. It's another adjective in front of it. So JohnnyFresh.com got some interesting pieces. I don't want to give any more details. I feel like you should just go check it out, and you'll see. But he's a creative strategist. You know what I'm saying, by trade. So that'll give you kind of an idea of like this isn't gonna be like this isn't gonna be what you expect, but it'll be everything that you need it to be. Life waits for no man.
Hey, that's a good motto or mantra to live by, because that's true. No matter what, that clock gonna keep ticking. Shit. So, the black-owned business I'm gonna shout out is Dynasty. I hope I pronounced that right. They make Afrocentric purses or handbags or pocketbooks, whatever you want to call them. It's actually really dope.
Is it like patterns or what?
You want me to show it?
No, I mean you can. I'm just asking. Like what type of?
That's really the only way that I can really explain it. Yeah, she uses patterns.
When you say Afrocentric, what's Afrocentric about it? Just because I know that's like a commonly used term. So yeah, so it's definitely the patterns and the materials.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's one of the bags. She got a bunch of them. Like it's really dope, and the material she used. I wish I had one so I could like put it in the camera so people could see. You could follow her at Instagram with that name, the same name, and then on Twitter it's the same thing, but add a 1 at the end. So DANISTEE 1.
And we're gonna spell that out as usual. You know the routine.
But that's what we got for y'all.
That's it.
Hope
Shout
y'all
out
enjoy
LaMelo
yourself.
Ball. It's gonna be a big year for you, bro.
Shout out to no BS though. Shout out to Melo. My boy K Wood babied you. I just want you to know that.
Oh dang, you on dirt. That sound
No,
personal.
I ain't no I'm just letting them know. He can still be beat. Just cause he cold don't mean he can't be beat.
Oh, she on
That's
dirt.
no, shout out to him though. Shout out to Lonzo. Shout out to the whole Ball family, man. I really respect and appreciate what they're doing for the culture. Like I feel like LeVar put out a blueprint for how to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like support your kids. That's it. That's all. Support your kids, man. Make it a family business.
Make it a family business. Make it a family business.
That's the definition of group economics right there. Start in the home. Start in the crib, man. And then you just expand from there. Get your mastermind group together.
Straight up. From the ground up. Every brick strong. Alright, but we out of here though. Episode 002 in the books. Control Combo.
Hey, let's get it.
Peace.